Okay, there are films that I have seen, and then there is this film. Let's get into it. What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of a movie that I just saw from the Fantasia Film Festival called Black-Eyed Susan. And my God, this movie. First up, let me just explain. This is from Scooter McCrae, who is a director that's kind of been in the background for many, many years now. He actually did a movie that was pretty popular called Shatterdead, which is about this girl trying to find her boyfriend. It was very, very, very low budget, high concept, story, but it was definitely a very low budget film. I haven't seen that in years, so I can't compare it to this movie, but I can definitely tell you that McCrae has definitely upped his game in this movie. This movie is literally a trigger warning, just so you guys know. There are some things in this movie that are probably going to affect people in a lot of different emotional ways. There's going to be people on the outside looking at this film going, you're a disgusting piece of shit for even wanting to watch this. There's going to be people on the inside who are like, what do I do now that I've seen this? Or there's going to be people like, am I even allowed to like this movie? This movie does some things to you. So what is it all about? This movie is about a guy named Derek who's down on his luck. He's working a dead-end job. He's separated. He's literally eating out of garbage cans. And one of his friends just passed away who has unalived himself. And the job that he was working is run by another friend of Derek's who offers him the job of his buddy who just passed. It's a tech firm that's developing an AI sex doll named Susan as he explores the boundaries of desire, pleasure, and even pain. With Susan, he confronts profound questions about humanity and an uncertain future that is more than bleak. Now, I want to be absolutely clear on this. This is not some sort of gore porn endurance, extreme movie. The subject matter and the nature of some of the things that they do in this film will definitely make people feel either triggered or at the very least uncomfortable. This is not some sort of like, oh God, I can't look at the screen kind of thing. There are just some parts in the movie that are intended that have the good taste not to show it, that might make people feel uncomfortable. Some of the verbiage and language that some of the characters are written to say might make people uncomfortable, but it's nothing crazy. But the message in this movie is very strong, but we are talking about a sex doll here that is a human being, essentially, played by Yvonne Emile Balker, who is new to acting. We also have Damien Maffei, who played Derek in this movie, and he was in the movie Haunt as the devil, if you saw that movie. And another interesting point that I did not realize until the end of the movie is that this is produced by Amy Coogie, who recently just put out her own movie called Cannibal Mukbang, which I was a judge in the Atrium Horror Film Festival for and gave it an award, many awards in fact, and a dark one about relationships. McCrae's movie here, Black-Eyed Susan, is very much in that vein of let's traipse in some areas we haven't before and kind of uncover some dirt. Boy, does it not shy away. And there's an actual story going on here with Derek and the robot. He's actually treating it like a human being, or as I would, or you would probably in that situation. It's not all haymakers and hate. But the story unfolds as we are listening to this score that's done by the legendary Fabio Frizzi, who did The Beyond, City of the Living Dead, Zombie, and so many other films. And it sounds really good too. It in ways is kind of endearing and like heartfelt, while also being kind of eerie. It repeats in different areas of the movie. At one point in time, for some reason, it kind of echoed in my head like the movie The Loved Ones, which is a really messed up film that the song plays, and it kind of reminded me of that for some reason. But if you can make it through, there is a lot of questions that are posed, and what happens with a human being who is given free will to basically do whatever they want with an AI doll, including some pretty heinous, dark, violent stuff. We've heard of stories where they say that thanks to pornography that prevent people from doing worse deeds to people that it harms, it's a safe outlet is what they say. And this is in that same line of thinking. What can you do with an AI doll, sex doll, that allows you to do whatever you want to it, including punching and hitting and all this other stuff? And where does it lead after that? There's a lot of questions that are asked. It really kind of messes with you as a human being. Most people are not going to feel comfortable with this kind of film, and I think it's a brave film for attempting to do that. I don't think this is a movie that's trying to glorify these types of things. I think it's actually more of a warning of how far is too far and what is helpful and what is just a problem that we need to fix. There's something abhorrent about this movie and also kind of brilliant at the same time. But man, this is an unforgettable movie. I don't even know that I necessarily feel right about even giving this a score, and I just would say that it has achieved what it has tried to do. It is a movie after all, but man, what a gut punch of a movie. It's a really good movie in the sense that it's out to make you think and make you think about the subject matter we as human beings might not even try to consider or think about on a daily basis. Yeah, it's gonna make you feel uncomfortable. So yeah, not a lot of people are going to say it's a good film, but it definitely set out to do what it wanted to do, and it did it really well. I don't think that you're going to find a happy medium here. It's just putting you in a moral sort of standpoint to experience something that might not be who you are and kind of make you go through that. It's definitely an experience, and one I'll probably never forget. If that's your type of party, well, I've got the movie for you, and it's Black Eyed Susan. Now, if you want to experience this movie and check it out for yourself, I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be coming out, but I can kind of fill you in later. Basically, it is a movie that Vinegar Syndrome had attached itself to. While I was watching the screener copy, it was down in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and they also helped out with Scooter McCrae's other movie, Shatter Dead, that they put out on one of the labels. So this is very may well be another one of their releases like Eight Eyes was. Pretty sure this one might not be coming to the theater, but that's just my guess. Thank you to Fantasia Film Festival for allowing me to watch this, Scooter McCrae and team, Ted Gagan and everyone. I'll probably be writing you a long email about this one. Thanks for coming by, guys, and I got more on the way from Fantasia Film Festival that's wrapping up here soon, and another festival on the way, so let's get to it. But thanks for coming by, and as always, long live the void.